Some would consider this a bit of a mansion. No, are you freaking kidding me? God. It's coming through the ceiling pretty good. Why do they have this laid out here? Holy crap. I just picked up the property behind me here, and as you can see, this doesn't fit the mold of the typical properties that I'm buying, fixing, and flipping. Some would consider this a bit of a mansion. I've never been inside. We're gonna walk the property together. We're gonna go get inside, tour it, and see exactly what we've gotten ourselves into. All right, let's go check it out. So some of the online sources are showing this house as a 4-bedroom, 5-bath house, just over 6,000 square feet, and we're on 2.5 acres of land here. As I'm walking up to the house now, I'm still probably 75 yards away, and this place looks massive from a distance. I can only imagine how big this place is gonna be once I'm actually up close standing next to it here. So the 2.5 acres of land that this house sits on was one of the main driving factors on why we were able to make this deal pencil, which I'll be explaining why that is just here in a little bit. As I'm getting closer and closer to the house, I am definitely seeing some deferred maintenance, which isn't surprising just given the, kind of what the landscape looks like. It obviously hasn't been taken care of for a while. The grass is 3 or 4 feet tall and the trees are overgrown. As I'm getting up close and personal to the house, I'm noticing a few things, some imperfections in the siding I can see. Probably could use a fresh coat of paint. Going off memory here, I think the property was built around 2003. I would guess that this is the original paint. It's looking pretty tired, so we will need a fresh coat of paint on this massive house. That's a little odd. See this window up here? It almost looks like there's like handprints going down the side of it from the inside. Kind of creepy, huh? Looks like the sellers decided to leave some stuff behind. They thought the front porch would be the best spot for it all. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. So one thing I noticed on this house as I was walking up is there are 2 balconies. We've got a balcony in the back of the house. We also have a balcony on the front of the house. Most houses don't have any balconies. This one's got 2. So I'm excited to check those out with you guys. So the roof appears to be a tile roof. I mean, I think those are usually rated for about 50 years. So I'm going to assume at this point that the roof is in good shape, which would be a big win. Here's a quick front shot for you guys before we head on inside. Quick story before we head inside. I've probably driven by this house like 250 times, and it's always caught my eye. So when the email came across from one of my sales guys that we had just purchased this property, I was like, holy smokes, this is crazy. So I'm super excited to go check it out. So let's get inside and see what we got. Here we go. Holy smokes, this entryway is insane. Look at this. I love this up here. The see-through area to the upstairs. This place is massive. Well, we might as well start by just heading into what I'm gonna assume is the living area and the kitchen. It's kind of crazy. They left a lot more stuff than I was anticipating. This is like some nice furniture. So I love this living room, massive living room, big tall ceilings. I would guess they're around 18-foot ceilings. I'd have to get a tape measure to find out. One thing I don't love is I am seeing a few areas where there might be couple of roof leaks. I wasn't expecting that. See over there in that corner, there is definitely some leakage coming down here. It's not good. If you can see that right there, there's a crack in the drywall. So definitely some water intrusion taking place, which isn't great. Wow, the kitchen's actually pretty cool. We'll have to get up close and personal just to see if the shape of the cabinets and stuff. But I mean, over here in the low traffic areas, these seem to be in pretty good shape. A lot of times you come into a kitchen like this, the low traffic areas where I started at look in great shape. Then you get into the high traffic areas like this, and you realize that, we're gonna have to be doing a little cabinetry work here. So all along here, I would assume that over by the kitchen sink, it's gonna be in similar shape. Low traffic areas in this kitchen are good shape. High traffic areas, it's gonna need some work. I mean, actually the sink area is not terrible. I mean, dude, they just left everything. This is crazy. Left tons of kitchenware. They actually left us a note here. Sorry for the mess we left. Thank you. Well, that was nice of them. We actually told the seller on this situation that they could leave whatever they wanted behind. The seller was actually an elderly lady. She was literally living alone in this 6,000 square foot house. Based off the deferred maintenance we've seen so far, it was just too much for her. Her kids that lived in the area wanted her to downsize and get into something more manageable, you know, something that didn't have a bunch of stairs everywhere. They had actually tried to sell this on the market multiple times. It just never sold. I think it was probably due to just deferred maintenance. Anyway, they had contacted us and we were able to work out a deal that was beneficial for both parties. Well, beneficial for them. We'll see how it turns out for us. So hopefully it's beneficial for us. We told them they could leave whatever they wanted in the house. We would take care of it for them. So basically, I'm not surprised to see stuff in the house, but I am surprised to see things of value that you could easily just like throw on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and probably get $1,000, $1,500. You could easily sell all of this kitchen equipment for a couple $100. There's just a lot of stuff here that you could have sold for a little extra walking around money. So before we head upstairs, we'll check out the rest of the main floor here. Looks like we've got ourselves a powder bath in here. If we would have taken a right when we came in the front door, you have okay, so here's your formal dining room, along with just probably what you'd consider a living room here, secondary kind of sitting area with a cool fireplace. So yeah, I mean, this place is just massive, massive, massive. Looks like we have an office here on the main floor as well. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I just got some cobwebs in my face. First off, I love the woodwork in here. This is super cool with all the built-ins, and then check out this ceiling up here. I absolutely love this. Gives me old speakeasy vibes. I think I'd turn it into my cigar room. Just need a little ventilation. They've got all kinds of stuff. All of these cabinets in this office are in really good shape. I mean, it looks like they were never used. Like, this is really nice cabinetry. A little dusty, a little bit of cobwebs, but it's in great shape. Even the doors are pretty cool. I wonder what this is. Got ourselves a diary or something? You know, I never was much of a reader, but this makes it a whole lot more difficult, I can tell you that. Yeah, this woodwork is cool. This is definitely my favorite room in the house so far. Okay, so we're gonna head down this direction here. I'm assuming we're gonna run into a master suite. That would make a lot of sense, having the master on the main. Look at this, more furniture. A little dated, but come on, that's gotta be worth something. It's a full matching set. I mean, we've got everything here. We've got the headboard, we've got the dresser, if that's what you call that, another dresser. I know there's probably technical names for these. I call them a dresser. And a massive, massive bathroom. Look at this thing. Holy smokes. This place is super cool. The lighting in here, I don't know if you guys can tell through the camera, but it is pretty dim. That's due to a couple things. All of the paint colors on the walls are, you know, kind of an earth tone, which already just sucks the light out of the room. And on top of that, we probably need to update all the lighting in the house to some sort of an LED bulb just to produce more light in this place. It's very dark and dim. Like, I still feel the need to just pull out my flashlight in some of these scenarios. So we've got ourselves a tub and a massive walk-in shower. This is pretty cool. Look at this thing, huh? Sorry, dropped my flashlight, thought it broke. Super awesome shower with double shower heads. This thing is really, really cool. Double vanity, of course, which is a must in any house this size, and then a big walk-in closet. Really great walk-in closet with all the built-ins. I like that too. So as far as living space goes, that's it for the main floor. I do want to check out the garage real quick before we head upstairs. Here we go. Whoa. There's a ton of stuff in here. I'm having flashbacks. It just reminds me of some of the garage sales that my mom and grandma used to have. It was just like, roll the doors up, slide everything out, roll it back inside, close the doors for the evening. That's it. Kind of looks like what they were doing. They just have stuff, kind of clothes on these rolling clothes racks. Lots of clothes. We've got books. We've got a lot of books in Chinese or some sort of Asian language, I would imagine that is. And I apologize, I'm not trying to offend anybody on the channel. I just don't know the name of that language. All like stuff in good shape that at the very least we can donate to Goodwill or some other charity. By the way, if you guys know any great charities out there to work with for donating things like this, hit me in the comments. I would love to be able to donate stuff like this because clearly it has value. I need to be able to get rid of it quickly, but it's valuable to somebody. So I would love to be able to just, you know, donate this type of stuff. So hit me in the comments if you got any good suggestions on that. Yeah, I mean, the amount of clothes here is wild. Oh, this is actually something I could use. Throw them in some of the flip properties or some of the rental properties. Always can use a new smoke alarm. I know we're constantly buying those. That's a win. That's a win for Jesse. Man, we've got old stereos, we've got books, we've got VHS videotapes, we've got more nice furniture over here. I mean, there's a ton of just boxes and stuff that are unopened. A lot of stuff here, gardening tools. It's always wild to me the amount of stuff people leave behind. Again, guys, I'm really wanting to figure out how we can donate a lot of this stuff, so I'll ask you again, hit me in the comments, let me know where you would suggest we could just, donate a lot of this stuff too so that somebody can use it. Hate to just throw all this stuff away. All right, it's time to head upstairs and check out the rest of the house. And we will be getting into numbers on this deal. I'll let you know how much we paid for it. And we do still have to talk about the land and what unique opportunity we have available to us. Pretty good views from upstairs. Pretty good views. Just a beautiful day out there. We have two wings here. We have a south wing and we have a west wing. So let's cruise down the west wing first. We have a 8-foot wide hallway followed by a 2.5-foot wide door opening. So that's kind of weird. Just kind of bedroom number 1 up here. Everything looks pretty standard. And just to recap, downstairs, we had the one master on the main. Then we had obviously the master bath and a powder bath there kind of off the living rooms. And then across from bedroom number 2 here, we have the laundry room, which is, to no surprise, massive. I don't love that it's upstairs, kind of weird. It's a long way to take your dirty clothes from the garage all the way upstairs. Kind of same story, looks like all the low traffic areas, the casework's in good shape. Love to see that. So far, the only area where the casework was damaged was in the kitchen. Between the laundry room and the office, there's a ton of casework. Having to replace it all would be very, very expensive. All in all, great laundry room, beautiful, large, don't love the location. Okay, we're gonna continue down through the west wing here. Okay, hanging a right, looks like we got another bath. No, are you freaking kidding me? God damn. I pointed out some flaws in the roof. We already knew it was leaking a little bit based off of what we saw in the living room, but it's just getting worse at this time. So this is in like a linen closet in the hallway here, and it's coming through the ceiling pretty good. It's just outside of what I was expecting. When we rolled in, I thought the roof was looking good. Come to find out, there's multiple leak spots, and then this one's actually pretty bad. There is an attic hatch right there, so I think it would be smart of us to pop our head in there here before the end of the video, but before I do that, let's just keep touring the house. Okay, so off the west wing, we also have another bathroom here. Standard bath, great, good, great, grand. Loving every minute of it. We gotta keep moving here. Interesting little nook, good spot to put a couple desks, let the kids do some homework. And then at the end of the west wing, we have what looks to be another large bedroom or play area. I mean, they're using it as a bedroom. Actually, shoot, this might be another master suite actually. Whoa, okay, cool. I wasn't expecting this. I was actually kind of thinking this might have been like a bonus room or something, but it's another master suite. Another master suite. Nice bathroom, walk-in closet with tons of stuff. Just more and more clothes left behind. Like I said, there's just so much stuff here that can be donated. Okay, I did not notice this when I came in. We've got more luggage. Guys, if you didn't see one of my most recent videos, I was in a house and there was a ton of luggage that got left behind. So this is just kind of ironic, I guess is the word, that I'm running into more luggage here, because that doesn't really ever happen. So that's it for the west wing of this house. To recap where we're at so far, master on the main. We just ran into another master bedroom here, which we're standing in with a master bath. We had then another bedroom up here. So far we've got 3 bedrooms, 2 of which are master suites, which I was not expecting. So it's time to head into, the south wing. Here's the south wing that we're about to head into. I see 2 door openings. Let's find out what exactly is back there. Okay, so room number 1, sweet. A second fireplace, I like that, that's cool. This is a great like bonus room area, kids hangout area. This is where that balcony is, or one of the 2 balconies. So let's check that out real quick. A balcony off the playroom. I mean, how cool is that? For a kid, this is like a dream come true. Goal here, do not get locked on this balcony. That would be awful. So this is an awesome balcony sitting off the front of the house. No real views from out here, but I think the other balcony is out the back, so hopefully we have some cool views out the back. But still, even though there's no views, still a pretty cool feature for the house. Oh boy, here's maybe why we got roof issues, or one of which, I don't think that tile's supposed to be there. That definitely is a problem. All right, let's finish the tour of the interior. Okay, so heading into, I think, what is bedroom number 4. Heck yeah, massive bedroom. It's got a fireplace. I think this is another master suite. It is dark in here. Whoa. This bathroom, this thing is massive. Holy cow. And we've got a fireplace. And we've got a jetted tub. Double vanity, of course. Like, man, this place is sweet. Big stand-up shower. I actually like this bathroom. I think maybe even better than the downstairs one. The downstairs master is pretty sweet too, but I am digging the fireplace and just kind of the overall layout of the bathroom, I think is. And yet another massive walk-in closet. I don't know what that means. Tape up here everywhere. I wonder if that's due to like some sort of leak issue, or if that's just like they wanted paper on the windows. A little odd, huh? So again, we're running into just more stuff left behind. Check this out though. Look at this hutch. I'm just hoping this hutch is full of something valuable. Maybe some gold bars or something. Womp, womp, womp. Empty. Really cool old hutch though. Smells really nice too. It smells like that fresh pine smell. That's awesome. This might be coming home with me. So one thing I gotta see is that back balcony. I am dying to check that out and figure out if we got some cool views out the back of this thing or what. Okay. More potential issues. These are the back doors to the balcony, I'm thinking at least. I'm just seeing a bunch of tape along the bottom here. I'm wondering if that's to try to like keep water out, or maybe it's just they're trying to keep a little bit of breeze out. Hopefully. Water intrusion's never fun to deal with, which we already got plenty of that coming through the roof. Okay. What the heck is going on here? We're gonna find out what was going on there. It's kind of interesting why they had that all taped up. Man, what in the world is this? I doubt it's anything good. So they've got what appears to be boards mixed with, who knows, cookie sheets. The question is, why do they have this laid out here? I mean, there's gotta be some sort of issue underneath there potentially. Okay, let's check this out. Look at that view. That's what I was hoping for with this balcony right here, is just some amazing views out the back. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look how blue that sky is. Beautiful. You cannot beat the Pacific Northwest on a day like this, I can tell you that much. Okay guys, that is basically it for the interior of the home, other than the attic that I do want to poke our head up into real quick before we finalize our walkthrough. And then once we do that, we'll talk some numbers on this deal. I do think it's important to pop our head up into this attic, see what the heck might be going on. Holy crap. How tall do I gotta be to be on this dang thing? Whoa. Okay. So it appears to be like just one little area up here. Definitely a leak at one time. As far as I can tell, everything's been fixed and the attic seems to be just fine. I'm not gonna crawl all the way up in there, but given what I'm looking at here, I thought it could be a lot worse. It looks like it's been taken care of as far as in the attic goes. So that's a good thing. We just need to do a little drywall repair here. Okay guys, so that is a wrap on the property tour. It's time to get into some numbers on this deal. So we bought this house for $1.35 million. And to be honest with you, we looked at it through a completely different lens than we typically do. That's due to the 2.5 acres. I don't know if you could see as we were walking the property, but we basically back to new development neighborhoods, almost all sides of the property, especially in the back there. And there's currently a road, new development road, that's stubbed right in to our property. So the play on this deal is not a standard fix and flip. We're into it at a good enough price where I do think, you know, we could put 50 to 100 grand into it, be into it for like 1.4.5, and then maybe sell it for 1.6, 1.7, something like that. But the bigger play here is to be able to carve off some additional lots. The play here is to keep the house on a larger lot, you know, maybe instead of 2.5 acres, maybe you end up with like a 1/2 acre. And then you're left with 2 acres that can be developed, and maybe you can bring in, I haven't mapped it all out yet, we'll have to get some people involved to help us draw up the site plans and everything, but maybe you get an additional 10 lots out of it or something, where you can put up 10 houses, each on a 5,000 square foot lot. Obviously, some of the square footage in the lot of that 2 acres will get eaten up by roads and street improvements and whatnot. What I'm getting at is, the lens that we look through is not a typical fix and flip lens. Our goal here would be to be able to carve off the lot, sell the existing house once we fix it up for probably about what we paid for it, or maybe even slightly less, take a small loss on the house and end up with, let's just call it 10 buildable lots that then we could either sell them off to a builder, we could develop them ourselves, whatever. There's lots of options on this deal. I mean, we might even just turn around and sell this to a developer just the way it sits and let them take care of all of it A to Z, because this is in an incredible area of town, super unique property with the ability to split off some additional lots. Developers love that type of thing. So guys, that's the rundown on this house, and that's the rundown on the land and why we were able to pay what we paid for this house. If you have a property you're thinking about selling and you'd like to get a cash offer from me and my team, head on over to selltojesse.com. There's a link in the description below. Fill out a form and we'll be in touch. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. See ya.